The world's two economic giants have ended a first day of talks aimed at easing the strains in their relations. But there are still many areas in which China and the US are struggling to find common ground. Beijing says Washington is trying to stunt its economic growth. America hit back with criticism of China's human rights record. RT's Christine Frazao has been following the difficult negotiations.
They say you should keep your friends close and your enemies closer. And as far as where China fits, perceptions continue to evolve. At this year's U.S.-China Strategic Economic Dialogue, an attempt by officials from both the U.S. and China at friendship.
We each recognize that our ability to work together is important to the overall health and stability of the global economy.
Dear friends, the people of China and the United States live in the same global village. You on the west side, we on the east.
The purpose? To open communication on concerns like the debt ceiling in the U.S. and the rate of currency appreciation in China, and joint concerns about the environment.
We both have a great stake in curbing climate change and charting a clean and secure energy future.
Currently, China is the second highest producer in the world of renewable energy technology. The U.S. ranks 17th. The overriding theme for day one of the U.S.-China Strategic and Economic Dialogue, mutual respect and understanding. That just because there's competition doesn't mean there can't be cooperation.
Competition is not bad. Competition that's healthy is good. This is the reason why I've held the view for so many years and continue to hold the view that a rising China is a positive development.
It's a far cry from the dialogue of recent times, where top decision makers in the U.S. have been told that an increased power means an increased threat, one that will eventually need to be dealt with by war.
And the way to avoid this war, I believe, is going to require, and we're not going to be able to get away from it in any case, some kind of arms race with China. China is going to keep building and improving its capabilities.
Each year, the Pentagon comes out with this report, Military and Security Developments Involving the People's Republic of China. The findings often used to intensify military spending.
We are now looking at a power in the Western Pacific that can stand up to us if there's a problem.
In response, military spending is now more than the rest of the world combined, 6 times more than China. As a result, U.S. debt has ballooned to more than $14 trillion. Much of that debt is owned by China. It's at a time when many of the country's neighborhoods look like this, and urban areas like this. Still, for some, including the mainstream media, the military is often the first priority when it comes to spending.
Beijing is rapidly modernizing its strategic nuclear forces and developing space weaponry.
China is developing 10 varieties of ballistic missiles, some of which will be able to strike the continental United States.
But critics say the threat from China is not the People's Liberation Army. The threat from China is its growing economic might.
Like every economist you talk to in Washington nowadays is saying, the yuan soon is going to be the actual currency of the world, maybe by 2020. So the economic policy of Washington should lead and not the Pentagon.
So friend or foe, on this day, top leaders here are on offense with this message.
Building mutual trust and respect will help us to solve shared problems.
But that view may change again when it comes time to play defense, to secure more money and more power for the military. In Washington, Christine Frazao, RT.